Right, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny A, and I'm doing a live stream for you guys here on this Sunday night. Let me just get this going for you guys. Just want to pull up the pop-up chat. Let me know if you guys can hear me, if any of you are in the live chat. Leave a message if any of you are here. Let me know if you guys can hear me. And we'll get this live stream going for Sunday. So hope you guys are all having a good weekend. I know the stock market is closed for Monday. But we're still going to go talk about how the portfolio is doing, what I'm doing for this upcoming week, and we'll see how the markets react this week. So what's up, Eugene? Eugene is the first one in the chat. Hope you're doing good, bro. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna just give it a minute just to let some people join, and we'll get started. So I do want to go over some distribution announcements from Roundhill, and obviously what I'm looking for heading into this new week and my new investing strategy with my Robinhood portfolio. So how you doing, Eugene? You making any changes to your portfolio? Are you buying anything this week? If anybody else is in the live chat, leave a message. Say hello, whatever you want. All right, so let's get started with the live. So you guys can see my portfolio right now is at $71,826.96. So I did throw some money in here. I threw about $8,000 in my portfolio yesterday. So the money is in my Robinhood portfolio now. Threw $8,000, and I am going to use that $8,000 to buy my weekly dividend payers. So I'm going to divide them up into MAGY, NVDW, NVII, YBTC, Chippy, and YMAX. So my main focus heading forward is going to continue to build up my weekly dividend payers. That way I could get paid every single week. I could pay down the margin. I could build up my margin, and I could buy more stable long-term ETFs, dividend stocks, etc. So again, I threw in $8,000, and I'm going to use that money to pay to get more weekly dividend ETFs that you guys see here on the screen. Again, the MAGY, NVDW, NVII, YBTC, Chippy, and YMAX. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. You know, I'm at 71K now, and obviously the goal is to continue building this portfolio up, trying to get it to 100K, and so on. So Eugene says he's holding on to cash until FOMC meeting. So yeah, a lot of people are holding cash. I usually try to dollar cost average each and every single day. So I just, you know, whether the market's doing good or whether it's doing bad, I always try to buy little amounts here and there. So let's go over my margin. Obviously, when I threw the $8,000 from my bank account into my Robinhood account, you guys can see my margin total now is $102,000, $389. So that's the amount of margin I can use now if I want to. So this margin use of 34 grand. It's going to go up is going to go up on Tuesday when I use the $8,000 that I threw in here. And my buffer, my margin buffer now is at 61.49%. So we're still looking good. This is also going to change when I throw in that $8,000 into my weekly pairs. And, you know, this is going to fluctuate depending on how the market is doing and how my positions are doing. So, pretty cool to see this margin now at over $100,000. Again, I'm going to try to grow this to 100K and more, this portfolio, and continue growing this margin. I'm not worried about paying the margin interest because it's really nothing, honestly, every single month. I'm making way more money every single week now with these weekly dividends. It's just insane. So this is a real game changer. I think Roundhill is doing a magnificent job with these weekly ETFs that they have out. I think they're better than Yield Max in my opinion. The only Yield Max positions I have are YMAX and Chippy. And actually Eugene Vasquez was the one that put me on Chippy. And this one has been doing pretty good ever since I got into it. So Chippy and YMAX are honestly my only Yield Max positions now. And I'm just trying to buy more stable ETFs. Again, like the JEPIs, TSOP, the VOO is for my long-term growth. FEPI, AIPI, NFOP, AAPY, Goop, XPay from Roundhill, MSFY from Curve. So that's currently what I have in my portfolio. And I'm going to continue to try to build out all these positions, mainly the weekly payers, because I like getting paid every single week. So let's go over distribution announcements. We'll go to Roundhill's X account, and we'll go over what they're paying. So what's up, Ben, Owen? Trading strategy, only YMAG for me. Yeah, YMAG was pretty stable. The only thing I didn't like about YMAG is that they always had that low paying week. So we could go over the YMAG distributions and you guys will see what I'm talking about. Because I used to have YMAG. This is the Yield Max Magnificent 7. So it's still trading at $15, which is, it's been around there for a while now. But what I don't like about YMAG is that you guys are going to see here, it has that 1 week. Well, here it's 2 weeks. Look at this. It paid 7 cents on July 31st. And then on the 7th, it paid another 7 cents. Then it went to 16, 14, 11. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to paying 7 cents. You guys can see here, it paid also 5 cents on the 3rd. And then paid, you know, we had some weeks where it was low. So you got here 10 cents, another 10 cents. I mean, 9 cents, 8 cents. You know, there's always that low paying week. And honestly, I rather just threw the money into MAG-Y instead. So we could look at MAG-Y. This also is a Magnificent 7 call ETF from Roundhill. Way better distributions. It pays on Monday also. I needed a Monday payer. So you can see a consistent, we have 47 cents, 27 cents for a couple weeks, 37 cents, 38, 38, 37, and 38. So I'd rather take this over YMAG any day. I know the stock is more expensive, but I just like that better distribution than YMAG, in my opinion, of course. So not hating on YMAG, I just don't like that low paying week that it has every single month. All right, so let's go over the distribution announcements. This is for Roundhill weekly pay ETFs. And you guys can see here, This was on, when was this? August 29th. So now that we're heading to September tomorrow, ex-dividend date is going to be Tuesday. We're going to get paid on Wednesday because this week is only four trading days. And I have NVDW. NVDW is going to be paying 43 cents. As you guys can see on the screen, it looks like the highest payer this week is Tesla, TSLW, with $1.27. And then Robinhood, HOOW, with 83 cents. And then the other ones are around 30, 50, 20. But I have NVDW and I'm getting 43 cents. So we could do the math, figure this out about how much I'm going to get paid. So I did save 43 cents. And it looks like, well, I have 175 shares. That's like 75 bucks. So it might be more because I'm throwing more money into MVDW on Tuesday, but I think that might be for next week instead. So either way, I'm going to have more shares of NVDW on Tuesday because I'm going to buy more shares with that $8,000 that I threw into my Robinhood portfolio. So that's what NVDW is paying for me. And these are all the Roundhill weekly pay distributions. We also had, let me see here. We had MagY. So MagY is paying on Tuesday, and they're paying 38 cents. So again, nice stable distributions every single week with that 38 cents. Sometimes it's 36, sometimes it's 37. We saw that it was low as, let's see here, it was low as 27 cents, but I'll take that, 27 cents per week. How many shares do I got? 292 shares. So we do the math, 292. We multiply that by 38 cents. And that's going to be $110.96 for Tuesday. So not bad. Not bad payer for MagY. If we multiply this by 4, because there are 4 weeks in a month, that is over $400 if they kept paying 38 cents. So not bad from MagY. All right, Eugen. Have a good night, brother. XDiv. What's your thoughts on XDiv? XDiv. Let's check that out. The Roundhill S&P no dividend target ETF. So what? This pays no dividends? Is this what this is? So it's an actively managed fund of funds that seeks to provide exposure to the U.S. large cap space through investing in S&P 500 ETFs. It pays no dividends trading strategy, so I wouldn't get into this fund. I want ETFs that pay dividends. That's what my YouTube channel is about, pretty much. ETFs and stocks that pay dividends. XDiv, I mean, if you want exposure to U.S. large cap, then yeah, get into XDiv. But this one doesn't pay dividends. I wouldn't get into this one. Not me. How has it been performing the last 3 months? Down 5%. I don't know. Again, I wouldn't get into this. There are no dividends being paid. That's not my investing strategy. So, not hating on the fund, not saying that it's a bad ETF. I just wouldn't get into it. What's up, AI American? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. But again, yeah, those are the round hill distributions for the weekly pay for Mag Y. And I don't know what Yield Max's calendar looks like. Or Rec Shares. We're gonna have to see. I could probably double check here on their X account. Let me just check Yield Max. So Yield Max. Okay, so they will be announcing distributions on Wednesday. Again, Chippy, I have Chippy, Y Max, and then there are other ones like Tesla, which I no longer have. You got TSMY, GUI, and all these other funds, Alti, Y Mag. These are being announced on Wednesday for Yield Max. So we'll keep an eye out for that. And I don't know what the payments are, like when we're getting paid. I don't know if we're gonna get paid on next Friday. I don't know what the deal is. Let's see. I could check YMAX on their website. What's up, Jay Joseph? Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys are all having a good Labor Day weekend. Thank you for tuning in. So I'm checking YMAX. Let's see here. I gotta see here. So let's see. Declaration will be on the 2nd for, what is this? Target 12s. Okay, here we go. So they're gonna declare on the 3rd distributions, I believe, right? The 3rd is next Wednesday, so that is declaration date 9/3. And then the pay date is the 5th, so they are going to be paying next Friday. Yield Max. We will get paid next Friday from Yield Max, so that's good. We'll get our weekly payers as always, and then we'll continue on from that for 9/12. And that's only Yield Max. Again, we went over Round Hill. What else that we got to go over? Rec Shares. I don't know how the Rec Shares schedule is going to be, again, because we got a short week this week. Monday, tomorrow, the market will be closed. So I don't know if they changed the distribution schedules for the Labor Day weekend. Let's see here. I gotta probably go on their website to check all of this. So bear with me. Dan says, let's see, what does Dan say? I got a new ETF named Betty with nice dividend and growth. Which one is that, Dan? We'll check it out in a minute. I just want to see the distribution schedule here. Okay, so declaration date for Rec Shares, the weekly pairs, is the 2nd. Ex-dividend date is the 3rd. And then payable on the 4th. So Rec Shares is going to be paying on Thursday. Rec Shares. So we're just going to get paid a day later from Round Hill, Rec Shares, and then Yield Max is going to be the usual Friday. So that's good. Let's check Curve. Now let's check Curve. Just to double check, because Curve also has a different distribution schedule. All right, so we could check here. let's see. So this week, it would be for TSLP. Let's see, distribution. I'm trying to look for the schedule here. Okay. So TSLP is declaring on the 2nd, and they're going to pay on the 4th. So TSLP is paying on Thursday. So that seems about right for Curve. So Thursday will be TSLP, which I have. Let me see how many shares of TSLP I got. 148 shares of TSLP. And this is paying me on Thursday. This one tracks Tesla. I'm up 4%, $137 from TSLP. So not bad. We got Tuesday payer, Wednesday payer, Thursday, and Friday payer for this upcoming week. All right, so that's about it. Oh, and Jeppy, I don't know when Jeppy's paying, because Jeppy should be paying hopefully as well. Let me double check that for you guys, if you guys do hold on to Jeppy. Let's see. Jeppy has been pretty consistent. Let's see here, dividends. So, okay, look at this. Jeppy is already paying 36 cents for the 4th. So Jeppy will be paying on Thursday. Jeppy, 36 cents. And I got how many shares of Jeppy? 40 shares. So 40, multiply that by 36 cents. 0.36, that is $14 from Jeppy. So nothing crazy. Obviously, I don't have a lot of shares of Jeppy. I only got 40 shares that you guys see here on the screen. But it has been doing pretty good as far as total returns. I'm up 1.99%. And I've been just dollar cost averaging into this position. You know, not buying a whole crap load of shares. Just slowly buying. Going to try to get this to 100 shares or more. And then probably start investing elsewhere with the first week. Maybe get JEPQ in there eventually. And then, you know, adding stable ETFs and stocks along the way. So let's go over, what else? Betty, I don't know which one. I don't know what stock is that. Let's see. Oh, that's the ProShares. ProShares, Bitcoin, and Ether equal weight ETF. And nice dividends and growth. All right, so let's see. It does not invest directly into Bitcoin or Ether. It has a high expense ratio. How has this been doing? Last 3 months, up 20%. Wow, this has been doing good. Year to date, up 1%. Max all time, up 110%. Whoa. This was released back 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. How come I've never heard of this ETF? This has been doing really good. Wow. Does this pay a dividend? Dan? Does this pay a dividend? I don't even know. Where is it? It looks like it doesn't. There is no 30-day yield or anything like that. I could. Oh, it does pay a dividend. Let me see. BETE. Here it is. $84. So it pays once a month. Whoa, look at this. $4.49 for August. That's insane. BETE. Never heard of this fund until Dan brought it up in the chat. But then there were months where it did pay low here, so like 7 cents, 8 cents. That's crazy. I never heard of this ETF. Never heard of it. Might consider adding this to my watch list and maybe eventually getting in there. BETE. Thank you for bringing that up in the chat, Dan. AI American says check Granite shares. Okay, so Granite shares. Let's go to their. Let's go to their X account. All right. Oh, so these are the yield boost ones. I don't have any of these, but I've definitely heard of them. Where are you? Where are you? We'll go over. Okay. So this is distribution rates for all Granite shares yield boost ETFs. August 28th. This was released on August 28th, and they are paying September 3rd, so next Wednesday. So here are the Granite shares ETF distributions. COYY, which is the coin ETF with 68 cents. TSYY, that's the Tesla, 22 cents. NVYY, that's the Nvidia ETF, 50 cents. XBTY, the Bitcoin ETF, 41 cents. TQQY, that's the Granite shares QQQ ETF, 17 cents. YSPY, the SPY ETF, 18 cents. So I'm assuming this is mainly just for income as well, kind of like YieldMax. I think I went over TSYY in a live stream before. The chart didn't look any good. So this is a Tesla. I mean, look at the chart. It's been down 30% the last 3 months. Year to date, down 63%. I'm assuming this is mainly for income, AI American. If you guys like Granite shares, I'm assuming that's what the ETFs are for. I wouldn't buy these, at least in my opinion. I wouldn't get these. I know some people like the high dividend distributions, but I wouldn't. I would stay away from this if I'm looking for some capital appreciation in my portfolio. Now, if you just want pure income and no capital appreciation, this might be a good option. Income and growth. I don't see no growth in this AI American. Not at least in the Tesla one. Let me check the YSPY. I could be wrong. Let me see. So this one tracks the S&P 500 index. This one looks like these ETFs are just for current income. That's what it says here. It's a managed fund that seeks to provide a current income. So year to date, down 21%. Yeah, so this is purely for income. AI American, I don't think these are meant for growth. I hear they are related to Alti. I don't know, man. From what I'm seeing in the chart, just looks downhill from here. But again, if you're an income investor, these might be great for you. Trading strategy, ICOI. Let's check that out. ICOI, that is the Bitwise coin option. Let's check this out. what do we got? $36 right now. This seeks to provide the current income and cap gains on the Coinbase stock coin through a synthetic cover call strategy. All right, so it tracks Coinbase. Again, I look at the chart, and again, if I see just downhill, which is what I'm seeing from this past 3 months, down 29%. Year to date, down 23%. Max all time, down 23%. So this was released this year. Again, this one looks like as well. It could be a fund that just pays you a high distribution. It even says it in the name. It's an income strategy ETF. So you get that high yield, 72% dividend yield, but you're not going to get capital appreciation again. So if you're an income investor, you would get into this. You would buy this. Look at the distribution, the dividends here: $6, $5, $9, $5. That's insane. These are high-paying ETFs right here, Bitwise. So if you want that high income, you would get this ICOI, the Bitwise Coin Option Income Strategy ETF. Nectar asks, do you still own PSEC? No, I got rid of PSEC. Garbage fund. It wasn't doing anything. It was cheap, but it was trash. Garbage stock, PSEC, high maintenance. Really, I mean, it was just, look at this, $2.94. I think I was around this when it was $4. And it just kept tanking. Look at that maintenance as well, 50% maintenance. This is a fund you would stay away. Prospect Capital, garbage capital. Horrible. Stay away from PSEC. Stay away, guys. Don't get into PSEC. Nectar. Should I sell mine? It's it depends, man. Are you up in total returns? If you're down, you might as well just hold on to it, see if you could make your money back and then sell it. I don't know if you're down in the position, but I got out of that a while ago. It was terrible. So yeah, guys, that's basically all we're expecting this week. Well, what I'm expecting at least. Again, the weekly pairs: MAGY, NBDW, NBII, YBTC, Chippy, and YMAX. I will have more shares of these because I threw $8,000 in my account. And I'm going to divide that up into these 6 paying ETFs that pay me every single week. And then I'm always going to buy my regular positions like TSLP, JETB, FEPI, AIPI, NFLP, AAPY, GOOP, XPay, and MSFY for now, and the VOO for the long-term growth. So that's my strategy. Buy more weekly paying ETFs of what I have already, continue to compound that, and build this portfolio to like $6-7 grand a month, and then eventually 10 grand a month, and so on. Nectar says, I'm down, bro. Sadly, yeah. I mean, if you can make your money back, then yeah, I would definitely get rid of PSEC. It's not good. And it only pays once a month, which is trash. Dan, people are saying that Oklo is the next NVIDIA. What do you think? I think I've seen this stock somewhere on Instagram. Let me see here. Oklo. Development of fission reactors that provides clean energy through the design and deployment of fast fission power plants. Founded in 2013. Whoa. Past 3 months, up 49%. Year to date. Whoa. Up 248% year to date. This is insane. Past year, up. What? Yo, this stock is killing it, man. Up 1,043%, up $67 in the past year. I saw this on Instagram. I just never paid attention to it. This is insane. Whoa. I had no idea, guys, of Oklo. Could be the next video. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this company. That's insane, though. Yeah, I mean, this looks good. Up 1,000% the past year. This is looking good. Now, is it too high to buy? Will it continue higher? I don't know. 52-week high is $85. So technically right now is okay to buy because it's not at that 52-week high right now. It's at $73. So right now it's pretty much at a pullback, which it looks like it's been doing. It has a pullback here and there. Then it continues on the uptrend. Looks like we had a pullback here on the 19th to 65. It's been slowly moving up again. We're at 73. So yeah, I mean, rate cuts could impact this. Could continue higher. Maybe 80 back to that 52-week high. Oklo. So thank you, Dan, for putting that in the, at least in our watch list if anyone's interested in Oklo. So let me know if you guys have any more questions or if you guys want to go over a certain stock, any distributions you want to go over, let me know. If not, then I think I will end the live stream because that's all I really wanted to share with you guys. I added $8,000 to my portfolio. That money is going to be put into the weekly pairs, and I'm going to continue building this portfolio, these dividends up every single week. So that's my strategy heading forward. All right, guys. All right, so I'm gonna end the live stream here, guys. Again, as always, none of this is financial advice. I appreciate all of you for tuning in just to support the live stream. Leave a like, share the video, share the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel already, definitely hit that subscribe button. You can also follow me on TikTok, Instagram, on X. Check out my links in the description below the videos. And hope you guys all have a good Labor Day weekend. I'll probably see you guys on Tuesday to start off the week in the stock market. So keep an eye out for that. Much love. God bless you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.